Yo, brothers and sisters, I have some news for you. You are lying to yourselves. You are not honest with yourselves. Let me explain. Have you ever thought about it? What is true and what is not true? Have you ever thought about it that the stories you're telling to yourself are really true or not? Because you see, this is how humans work. We have some concepts about things and we are coming up with stories about things. For example, the reason for me not being healthy is because, I just simply have a bad heart, therefore I just cannot go to the gym, or I just do not have the money to go to the gym because I have to spend it on other things, or I just do not really have the time because I have to carry two children, whatever. What you have to understand is this is a story. And for every single situation of our lives, we are creating a story. And this is basically how it works. You are coming up with a story for your wealth situation, your health situation. You are coming up with a story for why are you good with people, your relationship status. For every single situation, basically you are coming up with a story. And why does it happen? Why does it happen? Because we humans are basically creating concepts. We are creating mental concepts all around things. This is how we work. This is how our mind works. Basically, we are out there in this infinitely complex universe and we are trying to come up with concepts and trying to make sense out of it. So basically, if you'd like to think about it, there is this huge amount of chaos and we humans are basically trying to create order out of it. So what we do is we are coming up with stories. We are coming up with structures to basically structure ourselves in the world in a certain way that it makes sense to us, that it basically drives us towards a certain direction. And so what you have to understand is that you are like, whatever you're holding inside your head and whatever your stories are, they're not the ultimate truth. For example, this is why I learned from marketing, for example, that when you're seeing something, when you're seeing like a great product, you're seeing, let's suppose, this super nice I don't know, training kit. Yeah, it's super nice. It's only $30. The website is all good. The website is all great. So basically, what marketing is basically building up this concept. What is this perfect idea of something, this ideal of something. And so basically, you do not really see that maybe this is just like a shitty dropshipping store, and there is like a messy operations, and the product what you will get is not what you see on the pictures. The product will not give you the results, but you're buying it because you see an ideal, you're seeing yourself doing it, and you're basically creating a mental image about yourself, and this is why you're buying the product. So basically you're idolizing the product, and this is what is happening with our minds, inside our minds, and this is what is happening with us when we are creating all these stories. And so most of the things that you are telling to yourself are just simply not the truth. They're just simply stories you're coming up, because you have to understand that no one is basically responsible for anything except you. For example, you're blaming that you're wealthy, you are blaming that you're not that healthy, and you're blaming that, for example, you're fat for your parents. Because my parents, they just didn't like me that much, or they had like unhealthy eating habits, and you are coming up with a story and you are so comfortable believing in this story. And this is what I think, a great deal with humanity is that you are just simply not believing in stories, and you are not believing in your own stories, because these are just what you're coming up with. So every single life situation what you're inside could be changed up like this if you would be changing up the stories, because the stories are basically driving ourselves. Because every single time, and this is what is happening, you are facing with different life situations, and you will be coming up with a kind of a summary for every life situation, a kind of story, as I told you again, for every single life situation. And what you will be doing is you will be basically putting all these life situations into a bracket. So yeah, because today I went to the gym and I couldn't lose weight immediately, then it means that gym doesn't work. Therefore you will be pairing the gym, associating the gym basically with not bringing you towards the results, and you will be creating this story that the gym doesn't work because of this and that. You exactly know what I'm talking about. And this is the same thing with NoFap, for example. When you are not giving yourself all the pleasures all the time, then you understand that, wait a minute, there's a bit more in life than like being all the time like low energy and giving into like easy, giving up things easily, and just being this low energy, not being good with women, like watching porn stuff. There is something else, and when you start digging inside yourself and when you start facing yourself, then you will understand and you will see that there are so many things that you are coming up with for yourself that this is unbelievable. Every single life situation you are in is a story. You could be solving every of your life situations that you would be you would be just simply coming up with it with a different story, with a different approach most of the time. So for example, why we haven't been able to build up a civilization just like this was because we just simply didn't understand basic human dynamics. We just simply didn't understand physics. We just simply didn't understand the social dynamics, for example, economics. We just simply didn't understand these things. And at the same point, when we came up with a different approach, then we will be able to just like switch it like this. So what I want you to understand is that there are always solutions out there. There is always a solution to get you wherever you want to be at life, but you must understand and you must admit that it might be outside of your comfort zone, and you're not stepping outside of your comfort zone because you are having attachment for that. Again, you are creating habits, you are creating mental habits all around these things, you are creating emotional habits. I went to the gym and it didn't happen, so basically my weight loss didn't happen, therefore you're associating it with pain, therefore the next time you do not even try it. Bro, you have to understand, this is your human system, this is fooling you. Like, you are limited. You are a limited creature, and you have to understand these limits, and you have to use these limits for yourself. You have to use these limits to better yourself, and to not to believe all the bullshits inside yourself, not to fool yourself. Do not just believe this shit. Just because someone told you that you will get money from them, just because someone told you that you will do this and this will happen, because why do you believe them? How do they know that? How do they know it better than you? We are having biased perceptions. We are prone to engage into flaws, and we are humans. Whatever is out there is possible. Whatever is out there is possible. If you want to make $1 million, if you want to make $1 trillion, if you want to change the course of humanity, it is possible, bro. It is possible. You just have to understand that everything which is above like physical limits, and again physical limits too, everything is possible. You can do anything. There is no such thing as unrealistic expectation. What is unrealistic? What is unrealistic again? What makes sense in this concept is, in this context, is understanding that what will be the cost for you to do that. So for example, do you want to become a billionaire? Yeah. Can you become a billionaire? Absolutely. Are you willing to sacrifice the next 20 years of your life? Not having social life maybe, or putting every single other thing aside? You might not. But this is the thing you have to understand, that you can do everything. There might only be a cost. You just have to change completely. You just have to become a different human being. And this is why we are not changing, because we are so comfortable. And this is where I found, for myself, the greatest place to grow, basically, to put myself into challenges, to put myself into an uncomfortable situation, to go to the gym, to push myself, to push my limits. Who the freaking hell said that I only can bench only with, let's say, 100 pounds? Who said that? Who said that I cannot do more? Who said that I cannot do more of this or more of that? Who said that I cannot run more? Who said that I cannot run longer? These are all the stories and the concepts I'm putting inside my head. And you have all of these stories to yourself. So the best thing is the best thing you can do is just basically challenge your ideas, challenge your stories every single time, every single day. This is why I'm encouraging you to start NoFap. This is why I'm encouraging you to start cold shower. This is why I'm encouraging you to read, to challenge your mind, to challenge your body, to challenge your soul every single day, every single time. Because what you might be perceiving as truth is not the ultimate truth, because there is no such thing as an ultimate truth. Or if there is, and if you're watching this video, you're definitely not there, bro. So challenge it, challenge yourself. You have to understand there is a way out there from every single situation, and life is way more complex than you would think. Way more complex. Therefore, there are way more opportunities than you would think. Stop your limiting beliefs. Just see through them. See through them. Everything is just... There's a solution for everything. You just have to change up the perspective.